Welcome to our Flavours of Florida Masterclass. I'm currently in Crystal River, a gorgeous coastal town on the west coast of the Sunshine State, known for its natural springs and the fantastic manatee experiences that visitors can have here. But I've also heard that Crystal River has a fantastic culinary scene, so I've tracked down a couple of locals to talk about the foodie experiences and culinary hotspots that your foodie clients are sure to enjoy. So Rick, what makes the Waterfront Social one of the best places to eat in Crystal River?
We offer fresh, locally sourced ingredients like our grouper and mahi and everything else is locally sourced that we do as best we can to get as fresh as possible. A must-try starter for our visitors here would probably be calamari, or especially gator bites, because the gator is locally sourced also, so it's a local Florida favorite.
Are there any kind of ethical or sustainability concerns around eating gator?
No, there isn't. It's all farm raised here locally in Florida, and it is sustainably, done through farming and everything else. So it's not wild gator or anything else. The diet is specific, so it comes across as clean and very, very good to eat. So.
Are there any other regional dishes that visitors might want to try while they're here?
It's mostly just the seafood is what people come for. That's really what people come for is the seafood because it's fresh, it's local. Everything comes from the Gulf right here, so everything is great and fresh. So.
And what about the main course menu? What are the highlights on that?
Obviously the grouper, all of our fish is the highlights are our mahi tacos, our grouper dinner, our salmon dinner too, and basically all the seafood is really what's highlighted here. So.
Now, I spotted key lime pie is on the dessert menu. Am I right in thinking that's a regional specialty?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Very much so. All through Florida, all the way down to the Keys where it originated is definitely a Florida favorite. So.
Is here one of the best places to eat?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Can I try some of your lovely food now?
Oh, yes, you can. You definitely can. Come on back here and eat. Let's go.
Fantastic. Let's go.
All right.
So Kayla, scalloping sounds like a fantastic way to spend the day here in Crystal River. Can you tell us a little bit about the tours that you offer and what visitors can expect when they do come to visit?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's really up to you what time you want to go. We have 2 tours that leave every day for that. We have an 8 a.m. tour and a 1 o'clock tour. Both of the trips are about 4 to 5 hours, and it gives you just enough time to get what you need to eat for dinner.
And are there any skills that are required to do the tours, or is there an age limit?
There's not really an age limit or skills that are required. We do want you to be comfortable in the water. It's best if you know how to swim. You don't need to be a frequent swimmer by any means, but as long as you can float around and maybe go down every now and then and pick up a shell, you'll be fine.
Okay. And am I right in thinking it's snorkeling rather than diving?
Absolutely, yeah. The water depth where we're scalloping is about 6 to 8 feet, so it's not too deep.
And what's the typical group size?
So those boats hold up to average 4 people, but we can take 6 people. You just have to keep in mind that your limit, your harvest limit for that is 2 gallons per person or 10 gallons max.
What happens to the scallops once they've been harvested?
So you can bring them back here to the dock and we have a little group that will clean them for you. It usually takes them about an hour, gives you just enough time to go shower, get warmed up, dried off, and then you come back and they have them harvested in the bag for you.
And is there a scalloping season or a busier time of year? Are there some months that it might be tricky to get people on the tour because you're so busy, or is it quite wide open?
Well, not necessarily. So our scallop season here is July 1st through September 24th. You're not usually going to find scallops outside of that season, so that's why we recommend that time frame. As far as harvesting them, that's when it is allowed. But I would say the busiest time would be the first couple weeks when the season opens after July 1st. But I would recommend coming towards the end of July or early August.
Some travel agents who have eco-conscious clients might be a little bit concerned about sustainability of scalloping, but I have heard that scalloping is one of the most sustainable harvesting methods for seafood. Can you tell us a little bit about why that is?
So with scalloping, the way that they reproduce is they are releasing millions of eggs along our healthy seagrass flats. And those eggs are then growing and they're reproducing on their own, and that happens all throughout the season. So they are self reproducing. They're bringing back millions of eggs every year. So it doesn't tend to be an issue, and the state does do a great job of making sure that the harvest limits are within reason. And like I said, it gives you just enough to eat dinner, but still respecting the limits for them.
And how how are you making sure that the scallops aren't over harvested here?
I mean, like I said, that those laws are put in place by the state, and it's a very strict limit. You know, even the group here that will harvest them for you will only take the limit that you catch. That's it.
And what are your top selling tips for travel agents looking to book scalloping for their clients? Do you have any insider knowledge that they might benefit from knowing?
Not necessarily, just have fun with it. You know, the cool thing about scalloping is you never know what you're going to see out there. There's seahorses, there's starfish, there's turtles. I see a lot of turtles. So it's really cool. It's easy to get distracted when you're looking for the scallops. There's plenty of other things to look at. As far as the equipment, if you have something that you're comfortable with, you're more than welcome to bring your own mask and snorkel, but we provide that for you.
Great. Thank you so much for your time today. It's been fascinating to learn about scalloping.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope we have you here this summer.
The Plantation Adventure Centre doesn't just offer scalloping experiences. You can of course go on manatee tours as well. So while I was here, I couldn't resist jumping on a boat to go and see these gentle giants. So I've heard from a chef and a scalloping captain. I'm now with Alyssa from Discover Crystal River, who's going to tell us more about the destination's restaurants.
Discover Crystal River is the tourism board for all of Citrus County, and especially Crystal River and Homosassa have a ton of wonderful restaurants with a lot of variety. So today we're at Waterfront Social. They serve classic, fantastic seafood in a locale that's right on the water. And we just talked to the manager and he said that occasionally you can even see manatees right from the table. So that's pretty cool.
Amazing.
There's also Seafood Cellar. That is also in Crystal River. It has a Cajun flair. They have Cajun seafood, a little bit of spice, and they also serve Cajun desserts like the famous beignet that's out of New Orleans. If you go a little bit further, about 10 minutes away, you hit Homosassa, which is basically a working fisherman's village. And there's a great food truck there called Wild Sassa. And it's on a working wharf. And they are known for their seafood tacos. I just ate there yesterday. And they have tuna tacos, shrimp tacos, and steak tacos, and other delicious stuff. But they're highly prized in the area. And across the way on that same wharf is Shelley's Seafood. And the cool thing about that place is they sell fresh seafood. So your visitors, if you're visiting the area, you can actually call ahead and find out what the catch of the day is, because their boats come in every couple of days and they'll come in with different fish. They also make their own homemade crab dip and other goodies in their refrigerated section. But the nice thing about that is you can go there, get fresh seafood, and if you're staying in the area and you have a kitchen, you can prepare it yourself at home. Another place that's one of my favorites is called Wallace's at the Greenhouse, and it's actually a green restaurant. They have a Caribbean flair. They have a lot of coconut and honey and jasmine and different flavors, but their food's amazing. It's also backed up to the Halls River, a beautiful location, and you can actually launch kayaks from there. You have to talk to the owners and get all the details, but you can go there, launch your kayak, go kayaking, and come back for a great lunch or dinner at Wallace's. Another area that I want to mention is downtown Main Street in Crystal River. There's a wonderful steak and prime rib place. It's called Kane's Cattle Company, and they are known for fabulous meat. and delicacies. So that's a wonderful place. And almost across the street from there is called Amy's on the Avenue. And they are known for their breakfasts and lunch, and they have a lovely patio that's very cute. It's kind of like a French little bistro back there. They also sell souvenirs and goodies, and they have a wine bar, a coffee bar, and also homemade chocolates. So I highly suggest that anyone visiting the area stop in there. Right near there, actually across the street, is an area called Heritage Village. And this place has a plethora of cute shops for souvenir hunting and wonderful breakfast and lunch places. There's a cute restaurant called the Tea House, and also cattle dog roasters, and there's barbecues. There's a lot there to explore, and tons of wonderful gift shops. That's a great place to get your souvenirs. The other thing I want to mention for visitors coming to Crystal River and the surrounding areas is a few ice cream shops. We have a new one called Guerre's. I think it's French, and they serve donuts with ice cream. It's a specialty shop. It's right in downtown Crystal River. It's actually close to Amy's and to Kane's Cattle Company. And the other place that is one of my favorites, because I love soft serve, is a place called Tasty Treat. And they have kind of a 2-story sized sculpture of a soft serve cone. It's great for kids, but it's also great for adults. They're open till about 9, so you can have dinner, relax and rest, and then go out again and get a wonderful soft serve. And it's, you know, most of the time the weather is beautiful in Crystal River, so 9 o'clock or 8:30 is going to be just perfect.
I'm absolutely gutted that I haven't got enough time to visit all these places on this visit.
Well, you have to come back.
I was going to say, I think it's time to book a second trip. So there you have it. Crystal River doesn't just offer fantastic manatee experiences, it's got a great culinary scene too. There's plenty to sink your teeth into here, and with Crystal River only a 1-hour drive from Tampa, it's easily accessible for the UK market.